Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a requested video which is a rundown of all the Lacoste female fragrances. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. It's all about perfumes. If you're a big perfume fan like me, then do subscribe because every week I'm uploading new perfume content and I love doing your request videos, so let me know your requests down below in the comments. So Lacoste perfumes, I'd say in general, are pretty sort of fun, carefree. Obviously Lacoste is a sports brand, so they're the kind of perfume I imagine you wear. You know, you put your Lacoste tennis kit on and then you spray yourself with one of their perfumes, or afterwards, you know, you spray it after a game of tennis. Or they're very sort of carefree, they're not serious. And most of their advertising even has people like in sportswear, but it's still quite sweet and girly and feminine, most of their fragrances. So that's why I think that they're really good for teenagers and like young people, because they're not sexy or sensual really. They're pretty much like neutral, carefree, nice, feminine, pretty fragrances. The other good thing about Lacoste is that you can usually get them at a really good price, usually around £30 UK for the full size. Most of them are 90ml full size. As always, everything I mention I'll leave in the links down below, and I will find the best prices for everything for you in the links so you don't have to search them out. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with the L1212 range, which kind of matches the men's, which have the same kind of shape, and they're usually released at the same time as the new men's perfume. So in 2015 they released 3 versions of these, actually inspired by tennis skirts apparently. I don't know what the smell there association is, but there we go. So first we have Portello Natural. This is like a fruity coconut pineapple version. There's raspberry and citrus. Yes, it has some slight florally and woody notes in the base, but predominantly it's like coconut, pineapple, fun, carefree, summer perfume. I love like pineapple coconut perfumes because it just takes me to like that holiday vibes place. So this is really fun. There's then Portello Sparkling, which is the sweet version. So this is basically like cotton candy, macaroons, like really sugary sweet. And then there's like an apple and berryness to it. So syrupy sweet, but not like a dark syrupy, like a light white sugar macaroon syrupiness. Probably the most like youngest of them all. And then we have Portello Elegant, which is the floral version, so lily of the valley, mimosa, mint, and then a slightly like woody oat moss base with a little bit of vanilla and some citrus notes in that first spray, but predominantly it's like light, carefree, floral, probably the most neutral of them all and the most sort of universally liked. I would say it'd be hard to dislike this fragrance. So in 2016 we get Portello Magnetic. Now this is probably the sweetest, but the deep, like a deep gourmand sweet. So it's peach, vanilla, tonka bean. So like that lovely sweet peachiness really comes through. This may well be my favourite just because I find it like a bit more deeper and intense and therefore a bit better for lasting. There's orange and clementine as well that you get in the initial spray, and it also has patchouli in the base. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know patchouli, so maybe that's why this is my favourite. But yeah, really nice like peach, patchouli, sweetness, like that. This is more syrupy. It's a bit more like nighttime than the other ones, which are more like fresh and sporty. So next we have Portello Fresh. This is the light aquatic one, really kind of almost ozone-y, watery vibes to it. You've got grapefruit, which is of course a really watery, light, fresh fragrance. Bit of magnolia to make it feminine, some jasmine, some musk, but basically it just comes across as like fresh, neutral, airy, watery. Like this is definitely the sort of freshest, cleanest of them all. And then lastly, the newest addition to the Portello range is French Panache, which is a bit unusual and different to the others. So this is like a woody, musky one. You've got rose, jasmine, and in the heart, so a bit more like serious, I'd say. And they've also put some like champagne prosecco notes in here, which is quite interesting, makes it a bit sparkly, you know, think like French champagne. This is very French fragrance, I think. But the woodiness and muskiness make it sophisticated, again, maybe more of a nighttime in the Lacoste range, and a bit more like mysterious and grown up than the others. So moving on to Lacoste Pour Fam, this one came out in the early 2000s and it's basically like a suede peppery one. So really different to the ones we've mentioned, like much more sophisticated, I guess, like not like sporty at all, I would say. You got freesia and iris, some woody notes, but it really is one of the most suede-y perfumes that you can get. But they've obviously decided to like reinvigorate this fragrance because they just released a new one in 2018, which is the intense version. This is quite different. So instead of suede-y, it's like caramel, woody, musky, rose, cedar, but it's really the caramel and the musk that comes through. So yes, it's like sweet and gourmand, but again, like grown up and sophisticated. And then in 2019, we got Pour Femme Elixir, which is like a vanilla version. So it's somewhere in between the intense and the original Pour Femme with that vanilla-iness. So it's not as like sweet as that caramel, but it's not as like woody as the suede. It's heliotrope, tuberose, cedar, so fairly floral compared to the other two. And there's patchouli in the base as well, but basically like a floral vanilla. So then moving on to Touch of Pink. Now there have been loads of different versions of this over the years, but I can't find any others online except for Touch of Pink. So I think the others are well and truly discontinued. This is going back to the more like free, light-hearted, you know, you can tell by the packaging and the branding that this is like a young, fresh perfume. It's orange, it's peach, it's blood orange, and then there's a little bit of vanilla in the base and some slightly floral and woody base notes, but predominantly it's like a fresh citrus, you know, very refreshing, very feminine. It's a lovely smell and much more similar to the L1212 ones than the other ones. And then finally we have the Odor Lacoste range. So the original Odor Lacoste is like a orangey vanilla with a load of pineapple in. So we're back to the pineapple holiday summer vibes in this one. There is some floral like jasmine notes in the middle, again a little bit of wood in the base, but predominantly it's like pineapple, orange, vanilla. This is another like party summer festival fragrance in my eyes. And then we have Odor Lacoste Sensual, which is a much like nighttime sweeter version of the original. So you've got loads of nougat in here, blackcurrant rose, amber with the nougat makes this like sweetly nighttime. And then there's some like sweet pea that helps sort of lighten this up in the first minute or so. But this is much sweeter and more like mysterious and syrupy, fruits of the foresty than the original. So that's my rundown of the Lacoste range. Let me know what you think. As I said, they'll all be linked down below so you can check them out. But have you worn any of these? Which is your favourite? Let me know in the comments below. But that's it. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye.